This is the true story of 7 women picked to come to a retreat for 4 days
and have their journeys documented.
Hace un frío del carajo.
to find out what happens
When they turn the clock
counterclockwise to the 90s.
Ladies, food is ready!
learn to heal through holistic cooking, alternative healing,
And new modalities.
this is the real world.
Cancer Retreat.
And now we're gonna have a dance party.
My name is Peace. I'm from Leominster, Massachusetts, and I'm grateful for the gift of strength to be here. Yeah. That's it.
Use this as a time to detox. You know, we are so addicted to our phones. We need it for everything. What about this person, that person? You know, who cares? In the 90s, we didn't have to text people all the time. Mm-hmm. Your family will be okay for the weekend. They're not. If anything happens, they'll find a way to get to you. Mm-hmm. So don't stress about that. You know what I mean? We're so connected. So use this as an opportunity to detox. That's just as important for the goddess. The goddess has to be mindful in the moment. And when the device, you're not in the moment. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you say, you're not in the moment. Sure. We want to be in the moment. Okay. Let's just hold hands. I know, it's a lot of holding hands and kumbaya.
I guess these are my confessions. I had a good night. Slept like a baby.
Yeah, he said it's different.
How you doing, girl?
Tastes up.
Oh, eat some food. Take a rest. You made it, you know. How are you feeling? Didn't you just have to come?
Yes, I did on Tuesday. I mean,
Did you get a new hat? It's cute.
my sister keeps making up for them.
That's so
Oh, that's so nice.
cute. I know, right? And it's nice and warm.
Oh, we had yoga this morning, and I haven't done yoga in years and years. So, yeah, that was challenging for sure. I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm glad I did it. I feel relaxed and stretched. And breakfast was delicious. It was so good. I'm like, healthy food can taste good. I'm just happy to be here. Already getting sad that it's such a short time, but I want to make the most of it.
Peace was talking about being diagnosed as a young, she's 28. And I was like, oh, it's usually for women who've had babies and then they get, who haven't had babies.
Who
haven't had babies.
That's the rumor.
I thought breast cancer rises when you don't have babies. And she's telling me, so tell them, because that's really good information.
Oh, yeah. I found some research. I'm not exactly sure about the number, but it showed that close to like 40% of young women that have been diagnosed with breast cancer have had a child within the past 3 years. So we were just kind of curious.
Pepper shortcut.
Yeah, so we were just curious about, the maternal health care and how that plays a role into breast cancer. So actually having kids does not prevent you from having breast cancer.
Yeah.
And breastfeeding too.
And I was wrong. I thought having kids prevents you, but
No.
yeah. She was telling me people in her family, like, they live to, like, their
My grandma lives 125.
125. But it's like the Western lifestyle, right? The
They
Western
live in Kenya too, so they grow everything.
You're originally from Kenya. Yeah, in Kenya. And she's like, oh, we eat fermented foods, and but the Western lifestyle, the stress of having kids. And I was just saying, like, I had so much stress because I left my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't leave my job. I got tossed out and then went into sales, and the stress of sales.
Having high cortisol levels is not
Walk
good
into Harvard Square
for the body. Stress is not good.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Stress is the number one offender. One of the lack of stress, lack of sleep.
How to live. Yes. Exactly. That's all.
I guess it's my turn. I guess what's really in my heart is to talk about the things that I'm thankful for in my cancer journey. Basically, the things that I thank cancer and I owe it to cancer, because I'm pretty early on in my diagnosis and it's all new, all fresh. And there's some days where I'm like, oh my gosh, this sucks. But coming here has given me the opportunity to just reflect and think about the beautiful things that cancer can do for me. They shame women for having boobs and dudes can just walk around shirtless, but we can't even breastfeed our children in public or anywhere.
It's true.
They're just boobs. It's a body part. Like,
And they're made for a purpose, really.
Right.
Not just a sexy
There's
purpose.
nothing to be ashamed of, really.
Yeah. But
Yeah. It's just a lot
it's
of
our
shame.
society.
It is.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should
We don't want
definitely go
boob shaming.
topless. Walk around with no shirts in the summer. I've seen that. The women who go no reconstruction, they just are running with no shirt on.
They won't go to jail?
No. As long as, I guess if you don't have boobs, you can just be shirtless.
If you don't have a nipple, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you don't have a nipple.
I think nipple is the...
If you don't have a nipple...
Because you have to wear pasties, right? Like typically, to cover is the nipple the shame?
Why dudes have nipples, and why do they get to walk around shirtless?
Good question.
Patriarchy.
Good question. Let's find this answer out.
Because, yeah, with women, if you don't have nipples, I guess we will accept it to just walk around shirtless. But
Don't let your nipples be erect, because then you be a hoe. Don't let your, you know what I mean? It's a whole thing. Guys don't realize all the crap we have to worry about, do they?
Right, no, they don't.
Tell them we don't want to see their nipples either.
I know, I don't
their
want to see
shirt.
that. Put it
Wear a
away.
t-shirt, boys. Wear a bra.
Cancer has introduced me to an awesome community of other women who have breast cancer, and honestly, this is the best community.
And so the mikvah is a place a Jewish woman goes monthly. I used to go when I bled, but I don't bleed anymore. So we used to go monthly. I used to go monthly, and you do a ritual purification bath in these like beautiful waters. And it's a spiritual experience because you're taking everything off of yourself. Everything. You're getting completely naked, and you say prayers while you're taking everything off. So it's a very powerful spiritual experience. And then you go into these healing waters. So they're going to talk about that. And that's what the mikvah is all about. And, Jesus had a mikvah. I went to Bethlehem, and Jesus had a mikvah, That's what they did in these villages. They had a mikvah. And it's 7 steps. 7 is a very powerful number. And so they're going to talk about that too. And we're going to do a ritual hand washing. We can't do the mikvah because unless you're transitioning to Judaism, but we can learn about it, at least learn about it. And you can implement it in your own life, whatever that means for you, in your way, the sacredness of still being a woman without having the period, without having that thing. And it's also for our children to understand, like, what a mikvah is, because as girls, I don't know, when you start bleeding, it was like, and there was no ritual around it, and,
Not at all. My mom was
Most of the
horrible.
time
It was
people
something that
didn't
they
talk
shaved
about.
out. Yeah.
Without breast cancer, I would not have had this opportunity to connect to so many amazing, beautiful people.
So many different things, right, that you can do, but it's really just about finding something
Yeah,
that's going to work, what works
Yeah.
for you, and what you're not going to be miserable doing, and what you're going to be able to do consistently, and what
There's so much.
There's
so
just
many
so
treatments.
much. It's just.
There's always, there's always something. So
But the fasting, if you're doing chemo, is like a game changer. I would recommend that to anyone and everyone. Oh yeah, you're doing chemo
Yeah,
now,
we
right?
talked about that.
Yeah, it
My
really
approach to
helps.
cancer is spaghetti,
take it and then throw it against the wall and see what works. Because
What's
really, learn about everything.
Oh,
The castor oil packs, the glutathione, the fasting, the cancer-fighting nutrition. It all together is powerful.
Yeah,
I don't think there's just one.
No,
there's not just
it's
one
a
thing.
combination of everything. Yeah, I couldn't.
Cancer has brought me closer to God and to my faith and the spiritual world. So I'm thankful for that connection back to the source, connection to God. And yeah, cancer has given me this opportunity to come to this amazing retreat where I've met beautiful, beautiful souls and I've learned so much.
Who gets down with sauerkraut? Yeah,
Every
that's
day.
right. There was a study done with Polish women, and they didn't have cancer because in Poland they eat like a ton of sauerkraut, fermented food, very good for probiotics. And then when they moved to the U.S., they stopped eating their sauerkraut, and their cancer rates went up. So that's a study right there.
The mental health aspect of this journey is so many times overlooked and ignored and really talked about, but cancer does take such a toll on your mental health, and this is one of those diseases that you need mental strength and fortitude to get through. And I'm sort of kind of thinking of how I can be of service to the breast cancer community with my tools and my skills as a therapist. And before I didn't really have a specific population, but I feel like being a breast cancer patient myself has given me that purpose to want to help out and specialize in giving mental health services to women and men going through breast cancer. So we can thank cancer for that.
Sawa. Everybody would say sawa. Yeah, that was like the only word I learned. They all say it. They're like sawa. Yeah, everyone said that.
Cancer has taught me that I am so loved and cared for. It showed me that I can do hard things.
What were you gonna say? So I found out from my friend who is a lawyer that you cannot be sued for medical debt. So they really try to scare you and they send you all these bills and whatever, but you actually can really take your time with paying them. When it's medical, they cannot sue you for it. They can't come after you and be like, you
They
owe
can
us
put it in
money.
collections though.
I guess
They'll
they
put it in
can.
collections,
They
but
can
then when they put it in collections, you can negotiate it and bring it down and say, I'll give you $1,000. Here you go.
Or
you can
You
tell them
can
I can pay $5 a month.
Yeah, or you can do it like that.
Yeah.
They have whatever it is. That's the thing. You could
Payment
really
plan.
take no matter the amount, you could really take your time. Yeah, you can pay like $5 a month.
I'm so excited, to get my health back, and just based off this weekend, I feel so much better. We ate such amazing food, and my body feels it. My cells literally feel so much better, and I was able to poop, which if you're going through chemo, the whole bathroom situation is rough. But this weekend has been amazing in that department, and for someone who's in active treatment, I feel amazing, and so I look forward to incorporating everything I've learned and to share this knowledge with everybody I meet, because it's such good knowledge and it should not be gatekept. So thank you, Vera. You are amazing. I see the light in you, and don't let anything dim your light. Yeah, I would tell my 16-year-old to relax. Just chill out. I was so stressed out as a 16-year-old for no reason. Everything is gonna be okay. Yeah. Just not to stress. Yeah. Oh. Yes. You had
Ventura Sosa Fernandez.